gentlemen, it's the Cabinet speaking. Due to the current circumstances, obviously, they're unprecedented.
One of the biggest problems we have is that people get great marks and then they're thrown out of the country. You're not allowed to stay.
The past 48 hours have been chaotic. Trump's visa announcement set off panic. The first signs were visible at airports. Take a look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Cabinet speaking. Due to the current circumstances, obviously, that are unprecedented for us here at Emirates. We are aware that a number of passengers do not wish to travel with us, and that's perfectly fine. All we ask is that if you wish to offload yourself, you do so.
These passengers had boarded their flights, but many wanted to get off. They feared that if they leave the US, they may not be able to return, so they disembarked. Many of them were Indian H-1B visa holders. This is what Trump's move has done. It has disrupted lives and families, and it has rattled businesses. We'll start with the ones that are the worst hit. Broadly, three categories of people: students finishing their degrees in the US, workers who were directly recruited from India, and those who have petitions in US courts. These are workers who are not currently in the US, but they had filed petitions in courts for a visa. They're waiting to hear back. These three groups of people will face the biggest challenge going forward. Now, what about those who already have an H-1B visa? Those who are already living in the US on this visa. For now, they are safe. At least that's what the White House said over the weekend. There is no change in their visa status. The Trump administration says these people can travel freely, but their lawyers are advising against travel. They say the language of Donald Trump's orders is unclear, so why take the risk? Do not travel. In fact, some companies have issued advisories. They have asked their staff to not travel at all. This includes the likes of Amazon and Microsoft. They fear that the rules may not be applied uniformly at airports across America, which brings us to the companies that will be hit. Take Amazon. This year, they got 10,000 H-1B visas. Amazon got 10,000 visas for its people. Let's assume that they have to pay $100,000 for each visa now. At this rate, Amazon will have a visa bill of $1 billion. It's prohibitive. And it's not just American companies who will bear the brunt. Even Indian companies face extra costs. Take TCS, for example, Tata Consultancy Services. It is one of India's biggest IT companies. This year, it got 5,500 visas. TCS got 5,500 visas. If they seek a similar number next year, their visa bill will touch $550 million. Again, it's unsustainable. It will bleed India's IT sector. Like I said, as of today, this sector is worth more than $250 billion, and half of their revenue comes from the US. This business is now under threat. It was already under strain. Indian firms had started hiring locally in the US. I'm talking about companies like Infosys, Wipro, Tech Mahindra. They had started hiring locally even before Trump changed visa rules. Because H-1B visas are limited, these companies filled many roles with local hires in the US. And now, as they face higher visa costs, they may have to cut back on hiring or take up fewer projects. Industry body NASSCOM has issued a warning. It says the new rules could lead to project delays and rising costs. And the bigger impact will be on the students in the US. 1 out of 4 international students in America are Indians. And many of them apply for the H-1B visa. They spend enormous amounts of money to study in the United States. Tuition fee alone can cost anywhere between $50,000 and $100,000. An H-1B visa is their path to a job and a future. Now that path has been blocked. Although experts say they still have some options. They could apply for a different category of visa like OPT, Optional Practical Training. This allows students who graduate from an American university to work in the US for up to 3 years, and while they're on the OPT visa, they can try their luck with the H-1B. They can also consider a different pathway, like seek an H-1B by applying for a position at an American university or a research body. Usually there is no cap on H-1B visas there, but those roles are limited. So competition will be fierce. Long story short, if you want to work in the US, You are in for tough days ahead. Trump's order is expected to face legal challenges. His opponents are already preparing lawsuits. They argue that the president cannot change the H-1B system. Only the US Congress can. But until the courts decide, there will be chaos.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 trilhões.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.